we have different gods. Like I'm from the eastern part of India. It's gonna sound a little crazy and it's too much information. So we have like 33 million gods and goddesses. Yes, yes, that's
How do
true.
you even count them? 33 million. Oh my God. Hello, Anamika. Welcome to the podcast. Thank you for joining. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me. I'm all the way from Mumbai. And how are you doing?
Yes. I'm doing great. Thank you for asking, by the way. It's really nice when somebody asks you back and not just, uh, get into the things like, oh, okay, how are things? Okay, let's go. I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. And you are all the way from Mumbai, and we're going to be talking about Mumbai. Is that correct?
Yes,
Oh,
yes, correct.
okay. Look, I have a surprise for you.
Ooh, Mumbai, Mumbai. Yes, that looks familiar. That's our flag.
I know. Okay. I should have maybe went a step further and have checked for the Mumbai flag. But anyway, let's keep it with the Indian flag.
We don't have a Mumbai flag, but we're very India is famous for its cricket, and we have a team from Mumbai. It's called Mumbai Indians, and we're just always supporting Mumbai Indians, and they have a flag, so that's like our flag, kind of.
Wait, so the flag of the city is not the flag of the city, but the flag of the cricket team?
Yeah, I mean, we don't have city flags or anything, but we have like city teams for IPL, that is the Indian Premier League, and it's very famous. It's happening in UAE this year because of the coronavirus and everything.
I,
So we use, you know, those flags kind of to represent.
I know cricket is the main sport in India, isn't it?
It's not the national sport, but
No?
we it's very famous. It's actually hockey, the national sport of India.
Hockey.
Right.
Hockey
Yes.
is the national
Yeah.
sport of India. You shocked me from the very beginning. Are you
But
about hockey?
we're
Is it
all about cricket.
Is it ice hockey or just or this hockey you
No,
can play on?
regular hockey.
Okay, because if it was ice hockey, you're going to throw me away from the bus straight away. Like ice hockey in Indian national sport.
No,
Okay,
that's extreme. That'd be
I know.
that'd be a lot of yeah work.
So you're talking about the hockey that you a bit crunched, and with the short
Yeah,
stick.
with the
Okay,
steak and
I
you just
see. I
yeah.
see. Okay. Whoa, fantastic. We're gonna be talking about India and Mumbai specifically. I'm excited to learn about that. And before we go there, I what I usually do is I ask the guests to introduce themselves because once again, as most of the guests, I have never met you in person, and I know you actually just few days ago we met together on Instagram. So why don't you tell me and the audience who are you, where are you coming from, why do you live there, and what's happening in your life?
So I've been living in Mumbai. I'm Anamika, by the way. I've been living here for almost 5 years now, and I actually was doing my master's from the University of Mumbai. I'm from the eastern part of India. I'm from West Bengal. I moved in I think 2016 or so, and currently I'm just about to pursue my PhD in communication and journalism. I am a writer. I write poetry and a lot of short stories and stuff. And I also have a spoken word poetry podcast and also sometimes do other things to just help people and just to, just to brighten someone's life, small things. That's all about me.
Oh, I love it. I love it. So, okay, hold on. I have two questions. One of them is first, how do you brighten someone's life?
I actually started investing in like small businesses for women entrepreneurs. So
Oh,
I became an angel investor for a lot of women who kind of lost their, not lost, but they were really struggling with their business due to the COVID-19 situation. And they're from really small towns, like tier three cities in India. So I just kind of started to, uplift them and do whatever I can to just, I don't want them to give up on their dreams so that they can actually keep the business afloat. So,
okay.
yeah, that's what I'm doing.
So basically, by investing in people, that's how you brighten their life in a way.
Yeah, but I mean, they were on the verge of kind of giving up their business. So, I just wanted to do something nice. And anyone ever asks for something, I try my best to help them
That's very
in
nice. Do
whichever
you
way
do
I
you
can.
do you keep them in a community somewhere?
Sorry, I didn't get that.
Do you keep them in a community somewhere, like on
They're
Facebook?
from No, no, they're from very small towns. One of the business owners, she's actually from my hometown, which is like Bardhaman. It's a very small town in India. It's in the eastern part of India. So yeah, they're not very connected on online or anything, but
Mhm.
yeah, they're happy with their own small businesses.
I think you should keep a register or something of these businesses because they have something in common. They are business owners and they're struggling. So there might become a point that they will be helpful to each other. So if one business is manufacturing something and the other business is selling something, maybe they can connect and work together.
Yeah,
So
I would suggest them to do that. I think I should. Yeah, that's a good idea. I should tell them.
yeah,
To
no
tell them
problem.
to do
Ideas flowing from here all the time. Ideas, ideas.
that.
No problem. Thanks so much. Great introduction. Really impressed by you, even already from Instagram. And then my second question is, what about the poetry? Like, do you do it in a way that you make money from it, or is it just a side thing?
Well, I never thought of my poetry as a source of income, but I started publishing recently on Medium, which is somewhere obviously you earn from Medium, and you have to be, a partner to kind of join and become a part of the publications. So I started doing that. I also have my own blog. I started this because of the whole lockdown situation, because I had nothing else to do. I was like, you know what? It's time to take my poetry to another level. So I did that. So I have the blog and the Medium thing. And for the podcast, not yet. I'm not there yet. I do have some really loyal listeners who love to like listen to my poems, and they always text me like, "When's the next episode coming out?" And I'm like, soon, because poetry takes time. So yeah, but I am the podcast is growing crazy. I did this one poem called Dear John, and that kind of blew up. People loved it, and they're just all about, yeah, I'm trying to take my podcast to another level so that I can do better.
Is it
And
in is it in English?
yes, yes, it's in English. All my poems are in English. I write in English.
Okay. The way I imagine it's like you put the, low light, you sit on the desk with a candle next to it, like a small light, and they're like, and today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna read you the poet of John. John was
I think
that's how I imagine it. I'm now curious. I'm gonna play your podcast and have a listen, but that's how I imagine it. And then I imagine myself, in the night. I'm gonna put the headphones on me, or not even headphones. I'm gonna light up the fireplace. I'm gonna sit comfortable on the sofa. I'm gonna play your podcast and good evening,
it's
ladies and
actually
gentlemen.
meant for that.
It's
It
actually
is
what?
for that. It is to de-stress you. It is to, if you're anxious, it is to make you feel good. If you're a bedtime listener, you can just put my podcast on and just go to sleep. It's very calm and soothing. That's how I've kept it.
I knew it. I knew it. You speak like that. You're, how can I say, your is it mantra? Is that a suitable way to say your mantra? Your the energy that you give is like, okay, like, I'm gonna calm you down and don't stress. That's how you speak. That's how I see it. But anyway, okay, cool. I read you. I'm so happy with myself, and I'm so happy with you that you joined. Oh my god, we're so different. I'm so hi ha ha, and you're like, let's relax. Okay, let's try and find a mutual energy and travel to Mumbai. First of all, I can say that Mumbai is in the west of India. So my
Yes.
first question is, if you are from the east, why did you travel all the way from the west? Is it because Mumbai has the opportunities, or is it something else?
Yeah, opportunities definitely. Mumbai is called the financial city, the financial everything capital of India. Our actual capital is New Delhi,
Hmm.
but our financial capital is Mumbai. So Mumbai has all the opportunities. Mumbai also has Bollywood. Mumbai has everything. It's just a great vibe. So it's definitely a city everyone wants to move in, but also it's overcrowded.
Hmm.
So some people are like, we don't like all that crowd and it's too much, too many people. So that's kind of crazy for those people. It's not the best place if you don't like crowd. But if you like that, chaos and the hustle and the bustle, Mumbai is the
The
place
hustle
for
and the
you.
I like that, the hustle and the bustle. It's so interesting. I just googled how many people live in Mumbai. What's your guess?
20 million.
I know, right? 20 million. That's
That's five
ridiculous.
times more than New Zealand's population. Can you believe that?
It's what?
It's five times more than New Zealand's population.
5 times. That's a that's a curious way to put it into perspective. 5 times the New Zealand population. It's so bizarre because I am a walking tour guide as well. I don't know if you're aware. Just before,
Yeah, I know. I read.
yeah,
I
yeah,
read.
just before Corona, I was doing walking tours in London for a while, for more than a year. And then one of the tours, it was an Indian girl, and she was from Mumbai, to be fair. And she came, we walked around, and we went to the underground, which is called how is it called here? I forgot. I didn't use it for so long time. Anyway, we went to the underground and we used the trains. And then I asked her, like, okay, so you're coming from India, it's a big city, a big country. How is it comparing to London? Because here is also quite busy. And she was like, "Ooh, London is crazy, indeed, very crazy. It's chaos, but the difference is it's organized chaos, while India
True.
is complete chaos."
If you can drive in Mumbai, I say this to all my friends.
Yeah.
If you can drive in Mumbai, think of it as you have done something great in life. It's so crazy to drive in Mumbai. You just can't. Possibly, it's impossible. It's
So
so difficult.
so just like the song, "If I can make it there in New York, if I can make it there, I can make it everywhere. If I can drive in Mumbai, I can drive
You can
everywhere."
handle stressful situations in life, all stressful situations, if you can drive in Mumbai.
Okay, so maybe you should promote your podcast with that. Maybe you should tell people to play your podcast while they're driving. Maybe that will calm down the
Yeah, but
traffic.
they'll fall asleep.
Okay, not to that extent. Okay. First of all, before what I'm curious to know what I can see in Mumbai. But before that, can we talk a bit about the culture and in India in general? Like, tell me, how are things happening? And if I go to India, is there something I need to be aware of? Like, don't do this, or don't point your finger, or don't 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 say this, or is there something like that I need to be
So
aware of?
many things. You will be surprised. So, with India, every state has its own culture, every state has its own language. So, Mumbai is Marathi, the language
Hmm.
mostly it's Marathi, but it's such a, it's just, it's like a hub. It's like a, spot for everything. You'll find anyone and everyone in Mumbai. People from different countries, from all over the world, people from India, all over India, different cities. So the culture of Mumbai is just it's like there are expats, so many expats. There are so many people from different cities. It's just kind of like a mixture of everything, and it's beautiful because people here are so nice to each other, and they just know that we're used to live in this, like so many people, so many cultures, and we just accept people as they are, and we have this beautiful vibe to the city. It's very vibrant, it's very, very nice. So the culture is, it's not exactly one culture, but it's a mix of everything. So that's what makes Mumbai Mumbai.
Okay, so it's very multicultural in a way.
Very, yes.
Okay, so in if we leave Indians on the side, what are the next cultures and nationalities, for example, that you will find in Mumbai?
Americans, a lot of Americans, a
They
lot
live
of,
there.
yeah, in India, yeah, yeah.
Ah,
There are a lot of Americans. People from all over the world. Americans, French, German, even English people, English, Scottish, Irish. Not like so many, obviously, because there are so many of us. Almost 1.4 billion of us. But yeah, you'll find them. So there are like spots. There are like different places. So where I live, it's right next to the consulate of the embassy of I think not embassy, I think consul general of the US. So US, yeah. So it's like a lot of people live there close to that place. And then Bandra is like the spot for like a lot of expats. You'll find a lot of people from all over the world living there. So yeah, a lot of people, but a lot of people from the US. Yeah, they live here, they work here. So we have a very, that friendly bond, I guess. So yeah.
I guess the way it works in a way in London is that you find that some cultures have this hub. So, for example,
Mhm.
if you go to North London, in some areas of North London, you know that you find more Bulgarians than in other areas.
Yeah.
So, is it the same with India
Hmm.
in Mumbai?
With
Yeah.
India, I wouldn't know about India, but in Mumbai there are like spots like that. So like Bandra West specifically, it's just for all the foreigners living there, most of them. Then it's the south side of Mumbai, which is known as the city. So we divide Mumbai into two sections: suburbs and the city. So anything beyond, say, where I live in Santa Cruz, which is like in the middle. So you can go to the suburbs. If you go north, you're going suburbs. If you're going south, you're going to the city. So the city place is a kind of like a spot for a lot of expats living there. So like Worli, Parel, all these places are good spots. Nariman Point, which is also great, which is like the end of Mumbai, considered to be the end of Mumbai, because it's just like a promenade that's just kind of ends,
I
and you
see.
just see the sea. It's beautiful.
Okay. And is there something that I need to be, aware when it comes to culture when I go to Mumbai?
We're very tolerant people actually in Mumbai. We're so one thing. We are very. I know we accept everyone the way they are. We don't judge. We're very nice.
You know,
I
the,
don't
the
think you have to be in Mumbai. You have to be conscious about anything. In Mumbai, no. Other cities, maybe in India, but in
uh-huh.
Mumbai, we just accept everyone the way they are. We're just always kind of like, yeah,
Now
we're vibing with you.
I was I was actually sure you're gonna say we're very nice people, and I see that. I think in general, most Indians that I've been speaking to, they're nice, and that reminded me of a comedy sketch I watched once, and there was this stand up comedian who said like, I can never imagine, you know, Indian robbing a bank. They're so nice. It's ridiculous. That's not gonna happen. So
Yeah,
yeah, I
we
think
would.
he's right. Yes. Okay, so let's go to sightseeing then. What can we see in Mumbai?
I mean, it depends on what you want to see. Because
I like how you're
mostly,
going there. Yes, yes, exactly. When people come to do walking tours and it's like, okay, show me London. I say, what do you want to see? If you don't want to see art, I'm not gonna put you in the gallery. So let's
yeah,
talk about some architecture and maybe some history that that you can tell us.
yeah. So if you're coming here and you are a fan of architecture, I think South Mumbai is your spot, because it's kind of the architecture there is very Portuguese and inspired, because they were obviously here. So the buildings have been inspired to, have that kind of Portuguese effect to them. And they're all restored. They're not new buildings. If you go to South Mumbai, you will see like buildings that are 50, 60, 70 years old, and they're just so nicely maintained, because
Mhm.
we love to do that. And obviously, South Mumbai has the gateway of India, which is considered to be the gate where the British came in India for the first time. That is the gate they used to come in. That's what we consider in history. So that is a spot. That is a very touristy spot.
Okay, you're
Um,
talking about the very bottom, very,
yes,
very,
yes,
very
that's
south.
that's that's where the gateway of India is. That's where the very famous Taj Mahal hotel is also there. You can see that's the gateway of India. That's the Taj Mahal hotel.
Okay.
It's also known for the blast that happened a couple of years ago, and that was a
Oh
tragedy.
yes, that was the hotel.
Yeah, that was the hotel.
Oh yes, I
But
remember.
now it's restored and it's great. And the owner of that place, Tata, he is so nice. He has given this because of the COVID-19 situation. Obviously, the hotels were closed, but he has given this hotel as a residence to the doctors and nurses who are working so tirelessly. So
Mm.
they got to stay there during this whole COVID-19 period. So that was beautiful. That was a beautiful gesture from his side. The one that the other building that you see right next to the hotel, it's also part of the hotel. It's more of a modern building. It's not the same architecture.
Hmm.
And you'll see a taller building. It's very different.
Yeah.
So that's a very, very, very famous place. It's got a very nice restaurant. If you're a foodie, you should go in and just have like a nice dinner. It's very beautiful. If you
Is
spend
is the restaurant on the top?
no, no, no. We don't
Oh,
have not there. If you wanna do the rooftop, we have some good options for you. But they are also in South Mumbai. Like we have St.
okay.
Regis. We've got
Oh,
some.
let's talk about restaurants when you go to food. Okay,
Yeah. So
let's keep it
now
here. Okay.
now you're going to talk about just the culture. So yeah, so if you want to see that, if you want to see the city life, also a bit of architecture, and there's this huge difference when you come to, like, when you go to South Mumbai from North Mumbai, you will be amazed because people there are so chill. Like North Mumbai people are so busy, they're always just like running and doing things, and in South Mumbai people are very chill. They follow the driving rules
Oh,
because the roads are cleaner, the roads are wider, the roads are bigger. So the driving is better, the experience is better, and people always follow the rules. And that's a nicer kind of place compared to North Mumbai. And yeah, so if you want to see the city, also architecture, that's your place. But if you want to be close to nature, then we also have the Sanjay Gandhi National Park, which is in the north of Mumbai, and it's a huge park and it's beautiful. We also have like caves inside the park, and a lot of people go and visit there. Morning,
what
it's
did you
great
say?
in the
Cave?
morning.
Sorry,
Yeah.
caves in the park.
Inside the park, yes, Kanheri Caves inside the Sanjay Gandhi National Park, which is a very famous
Oh.
park. If you want to go there and be close to nature, that's your spot. It's very nice.
Okay, but these caves are small, aren't they?
They're small, yeah,
Okay.
they're small, but they're quite significant.
Okay. Do you
So
also have lions in the park?
no,
When I see a
I
picture
don't
of lion
know.
when I Google the
that
park, I was
that
like, oh, that would be weird. Okay, that's really curious. I hear for the first time a park, a national park that you can go, and then you have caves that you can just browse
Mhm.
inside, and like it's really strange for me, but peculiarly nice. I like it.
Yes. We also have Elephanta caves, which is not exactly, it's not in Mumbai. You have to take like a ferry and you have to cross the sea to get there. It's like a small island. It's close to Mumbai, but you can go there from Mumbai. And those are actually very nice caves. I've been there. It's called Elephanta Caves. And they're also, you can take the ferry from the south of Mumbai, where the hotel is, the Taj Mahal Hotel from Gateway of India, so you can go. It's a small ride. It's not that long, and it's a beautiful place.
Hmm.
That's also something. If you're interested in history, then those caves are also good for exploring. They've got some nice carvings and some nice statues. So
S-
that's a good one.
Speaking of Gateway of India, is there something? Can you tell me something about this building here in the front at the Gateway of India? Um,
That's the hotel. Which building are you talking about? The gateway?
the gateway itself, yes.
Yeah, that is the gateway itself. I think that it has some kind of it has the writing for British should be there in front of it when they came in, and it was just the mark of that is just there, and the
So when they
architect,
came, that building was there.
they made that building. I
Oh,
think
they made.
it was their way of kind of portraying that we have entered India. But I don't do not do not count me on that. I'm not really sure about that information. But all I know is that it kind of signifies the entrance of the of British um, inside, in India. That's
Mhm.
what it signifies. But it is not to be confused with the India Gate, which is in New Delhi. A lot of people confuse it with the India Gate, but it's not the India Gate. It's the Gateway of India. That's the difference. But yeah, I don't know too much about the history, but that's all
Okay.
I know.
So what's the India Gate then when it's new in New Delhi? Can you
Oh,
just briefly
India
say?
Gate is completely different. It's in New Delhi. It has nothing to do with Mumbai.
Okay,
It,
but what do you know what that gate represents in New Delhi? Uh, No. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. We're not traveling to New Delhi today. We're traveling in to Mumbai.
we're
So let's
probably
let's keep it in Mumbai. Okay. While we're still in the south of the city, is there something else here?
in south of the city.
Yes.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
culture, the food, and all the good restaurants and hotels. What you can also find, there are communities there. Oh, it's also the home of. Do you know Ambanis? They're like the richest people, like what, top 10 richest people in the world. Their home is in South Mumbai. So they have this $1 billion huge skyscraper that is in South Mumbai. That's a huge home that they have. A lot of people go and try to see that, and they take pictures because it's a nice building.
It's
It's
a
a really nice building.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
different shaped building,
yeah,
so it seems like the floors just don't stack up. It's just like one floor has a different, in a way, foundation, and it's
yeah.
a really really
It's very
weird building.
creative.
Was that?
It's very creative. I mean, the
Mm.
structure of the building, it's architectural. It's very creative and modern and different. It's very contemporary. It's not it's not something that you get to see like every day. So that's a good building. Also, there are different communities living there, like in small parts. I forgot to mention Haji Ali Dargah, which is a dargah that is kind of in the middle of the sea. So you have like steps, not steps, like a pathway to the dargah. And sometimes the waves are so big, it just kind of covers the pathway and you can't reach there. But
what
it's a beautiful Haji Ali Dargah.
what darga means?
Dargah is a place of for Muslim people to worship.
Okay.
Um, they have this, yeah, that's for them, that's their religious place.
Okay.
And they have like beautiful evening cultural programs, and sometimes they have beautiful music and performances. And yeah, it's a really nice place. It kind of calms your soul. It's very beautiful. And
Interesting. So what would you say is the difference, if you know, between darga and a mosque?
oh, mosques are way bigger structures, I think. I don't know exactly religiously how it's different, but I think mosques are way more, like, they're bigger structures. And I think dargah is more, I don't know, humble structure for religious, but I shouldn't speak for it because I don't really much, I don't know much.
Mhm.
But the way, what I have seen so far for mosques and dargah, I think mosques are way bigger and more grand in a way, I think. But I don't know how religiously they're different. I'm not
Okay.
sure.
All right. So what else then we can see here?
I think that's for South Mumbai. That's good. Then you can come to Bandra. Bandra is kind of like, I told you, South Mumbai, Bandra. Then where I live, Santa Cruz. Bandra is more like the place where you can chill and like have some good food, good music, clubbing. That's what Bandra is known for. If you're a club person, then Bandra is your place because it's known for its clubs, and they're very, very small, but lively music. We've got great music from. We've got reggae clubs, we've got R&B, hip hop, and like pop music clubs. It's very much the club culture in Bandra, and good food, good people, very chill kind of a place. So it's good for that in Bandra. And if you go beyond that, and if you go north is more kind of, for nature. And as I said, the national park is there. So it's more of, it doesn't have that kind of club vibe to it. It does have more of a nature vibe to it. So that's how it's different.
I see. Okay. Where is this picture from?
Oh, that's the Dharavi slum. That is Asia's biggest slum. That is also in Mumbai, um, and
Asia's biggest what?
biggest slum.
It's in Mumbai. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay.
a huge slum, and yeah, it's right when you. It's kind of ironic. The moment you land, it's right next to the airport. It's actually really big, so you can kind of follows you. But it's right next to the airport, so the moment you land, you can kind of see like a
Wow.
little bit of a sneak peek of it. But it's so different. I mean, like the one thing that makes Mumbai so different, I think, is the contrast, the diversity.
Hmm,
You see the biggest slum in Asia in Mumbai, and then you see a $1 billion building
hmm,
same in the same city. So I think that's quite crazy. We also have Dhobi Ghat, which is actually in Santa Cruz, but it's more like in eastern Santa Cruz. So you have to go more north. So Dhobi Ghat is a place where people like we give our clothes to wash, and there's this whole community of Dhobi. Dhobi are people who kind of they do laundry. They're like laundry people, but they do it like in an open area, and so many clothes are together, so many colors, and it's a beautiful scene. It's a very famous tourist spot because people love to go and see how they do what they do. They get so many clothes every day and they wash them in that open space all together. And it's the whole community who live there and do their job. So
wow.
that's also a very popular
How did you say that was named?
Dhobi Ghat. It's Dhobighat.
I will find it. But the reason why I ask you about the previous picture
Mm-hmm.
is because it really remind me of Barcelona. I don't know if you have seen a picture of Barcelona. I can actually put it here now. But the buildings in a way are kind of structured very similarly. I don't talk about the slum, but the buildings next to the slum. So if you go here, you see that picture compared to that picture, it
Uh,
it reminded me a bit of Barcelona. I mean, of course, it's not the same. It's quite different. But do you see what I mean?
Yeah, I do get that. I think the buildings next to the slum, they're just
Yeah, yeah.
different society buildings and, cooperative buildings. So, yeah, we have
Mhm.
that a lot in Mumbai because it's just too tiny and too many people. So, we have stacks of buildings. So, people live in very small spaces here. So, that's how we make those. I think that's the reason for making those buildings. They take less space, but it's good for, to fit more people. It's just that, yeah, that's the Hobi card. That's what I was talking about. It's crazy.
So everybody goes there for washing.
No, we give our clothes to these people, and they collectively take everything and they
Yeah.
wash it there. So we don't have to go and give it to them there. We just they come and collect all our clothes. I mean, depending on who, if you get your clothes, if you're going to give it to them or someone else, depends on who you're giving it to. But most people here give it to them, and they just wash it there.
Well, out of curiosity, have you been in the slum?
Not yet. That's
Not
kind of not yet,
not
no.
yet, but you want to go.
I want to, yes. I really did, but I haven't been able to. I think for me personally, it's just that I think I'm very I'm very sensitive in a way. So I
Mm,
just if I see something, I don't know how I will react to it. It's not that they're a very nice community. They're good people, and they have they manufacture leather there, good quality leather. Yeah, they do. They have like small businesses and everything. They're a huge community. They do their own thing. They're really good, but I think it's just the fact that the idea of it's a tiny space and like 4 to 5 a family of 5 even 6 people living in that tiny space. So I don't know how I'm going to react to it mentally, so I haven't been there, but I am definitely going to visit one day. I want to.
okay. Okay. That's good. All right. What else can you tell us? If there is, nothing else in your mind that we can see, maybe we can move on. What would you say?
In Mumbai, what else you should be? You should go to Fort. We have so the Fort campus. My university has two different campus places. So one is in Fort, and the Fort campus is beautiful for its architecture. I think I didn't mention that for its architecture. The Fort campus is very very beautiful. It's one of the oldest universities in India, Mumbai University. So their Fort campus is so nice. You should definitely go and visit that. We also have one festival, but it happens I think in October. I'm not sure when it happens. It's called Kala Ghora Festival, which is kind of like an art festival, and it's very very popular. A lot of people go and visit that visit to see like different artifacts, and a lot of designers come and present their art work and everything, and it's beautiful. I'm not sure when it happens. I think it happens in October, August to October time. But yeah, that also happens in South Mumbai. There's also Mahalakshmi race course if you like horse racing. So that's also in South Mumbai. So it depends on what you want to do. We got so many options. What do you want to do?
Okay.
So we have different options.
All right. So wait, if I go with the cars, can I? Is there a place where I can, race as well, or
Yeah, yeah.
yeah?
I mean, like you can't race, but you can bet. I mean, people do that a lot here.
Oh, betting is
And
a big thing.
yeah, 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 you can do that. I know
Mm.
my friends who have been there and lost so much money because that happens. So there's horse racing that happens in Mahalakshmi race course. It's pretty cool.
Okay. So would you say that betting is a big thing in India in general?
Not in India in general. I wouldn't say that. I think it's just the culture, I think, with horse racing. It's kind of integrated into that horse racing culture that you bet. I know people who have personally they've lost so much money because of this. That's how I know this. But I think it's just like that culture. I'm not I am I don't know much about India. I don't know if I can associate this betting thing with India, but it happens at the race course for sure.
Hmm. Okay, okay, perfect. Something I just saw that national park. To be fair, and it's
Yeah.
massive, massive. And if you remember, I there was a picture of a lion that I saw there. Maybe there is a part in the park where it's closed and there are animals there. Would that be the case?
I know that there are no lions here. There are, I think,
There what?
there are rumors to be leopards here,
All
and
right.
I that's true because some residents have actually seen leopards, but I'm pretty sure there are no lions. I mean, if that had
Residents. You
happened,
mean the leopards were running freely?
yeah, they run freely. There are leopards in the national park, and they're in the wild. They live there. It's not like a large number or anything. I remember something that I forgot.
Yeah.
So speaking of lions, I was gonna say something. Oh no, speaking of leopards, we have a lake called the Pawai Lake. I'll talk about it later. So the leopards thing, they do exist. The leopards are in the park, but they're very small. They're not big leopards, but yeah, they run wild. But I don't think there are lions though.
Okay. All right.
So the next one is the Pawai Lake. We have a lake that's called the Pawai Lake, and we have like small alligators there. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, yeah, we do. People think it's rumor or something. It's not, but they're there because there are residents who have seen alligators. They're kind of yeah. The point, yes, that's the lake.
So the
There
lake
are
is right next to the park, which is massive,
yeah,
roughly probably middle Mumbai in a way. And you see, what did you say? You say alligators there.
yeah, yeah. So during monsoon, Mumbai is known for its monsoon. We have like a almost 6 months. We have 6 months of like rain and everything. And it's just sometimes we get tired of it. But during monsoon, when the water level kind of rises, you can see alligators. They sometimes come out, and yeah, it's
Wow,
there.
wow.
Yeah, it's
But
massive.
they're
Oh, the big one, Ganesh Chaturthi, just happened a few days ago. It's our biggest festival. So that's Lord Ganesha with the elephant head. He is the Lord of, he's the one who's going to remove all the obstacles that you have in your life. Any obstacles that you have, he's going to remove, and, you know, he's going to bless you. So he's our favorite god. He's our Mumbai favorite. In South, we have we also have this kind of like a, I don't know how to say this. It's like uh, biggest or largest idol making competition. That's the right thing. So we want to make every place here, like we have small like buildings and society, and the cooperatives, they want to make the big idol. So we have one in Lal Bagh, which they make the biggest idol. Sometimes these idols are huge, and we have that as the festival. It's our favorite festival. Just happened, Ganesh Chaturthi.
Why it's your favorite festival?
It's everyone. It's like it's a Mumbai thing.
I
So
mean, like,
the
yeah, why for Mumbai people? Why is it
yeah.
your why why?
So the people here are mostly, as I said in the beginning of the video, Marathi people. So Marathi people, we have different gods. Like I'm from the eastern part of India. It's gonna sound a little crazy and it's too much information. So we have like 33 million gods and goddesses. Yes, yes, that's
How do
true.
you even count them? 33 million. Oh my god.
We don't even know all the names and
Oh,
everything, but we know that we that's what we consider. So we have different gods for every region. So the eastern region, like where I'm from, West Bengal, our biggest festival is Durga Puja, because that's our goddess, Ma Durga, and that's for Bengali people. I'm Bengali, and we worship Ma Durga the most. And in Mumbai, Marathi people, they worship Ganesh, Lord Ganesha. So that's why Ganesh Chaturthi is their biggest festival. In Mumbai, the biggest festival is Ganesh Chaturthi. If you go to West Bengal, the biggest festival is Durga Puja. It's gonna happen in November, I think, this year. So
okay. So
yeah,
if each, so how many regions are in India? I know there are a lot, but how many
all the
roughly?
states we have 28, more than 28 states. We also have like
Okay.
those.
Okay, let's put it 30 states. And each state has a god. That's 30 gods, right?
Yeah,
And
they have
each
a
state
favorite
has
god. Like, it's
if
not like it's not like if you go in West Bengal, nobody worships Lord Ganesha. Nothing like that. We worship everyone, but we
but
have
you have
our
a main
favorite.
one. Main one,
Yeah,
yeah? Okay.
we
So
we have
even
favorites.
okay, so even if each state has, I don't know, 5 gods, it's still 30 states. That's still way, 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 way far away from 33 million.
Yeah,
How the hell that happened?
because we count eras, and we count eras and the population of like a whole era. For us, we have different eras, like we have Kali Yuga, we have Dwapar Yuga. It's a very different conversation. It's historical conversation. It's more about related to mythology and everything. But the thing is, we consider one uh, era's population to be all gods and goddesses, and 33 million. Yeah. That's how it is. Um,
Okay. Yeah, you definitely shocked me here. Okay, 33
Shocking.
million. So so when you travel from east, when you worship, when you have one favorite god, and then you go to the west, and what do you do there? Do you worship their god there, or do you do yours in
No,
east?
we
What's happening?
worship everyone. There is no there are no boundaries. It's
You
not like
must you must have a lot of holidays.
yes. That is true. That is the best part. In India, we have a lot of holidays, and they're all fun ones. We celebrate everything. It's not like we just celebrate Indian festivals. We
Yeah.
celebrate Christmas. We celebrate Eid. We celebrate everything. All kinds of festivals. But our own festivals are so crazy. Oh, I haven't even talked about Holi yet. You don't know about Holi. So Holi is
Mhm.
the festival of colors. Do you know about that?
No.
It's a crazy festival. People get drunk, they smoke weed, they drink something, and they get crazy and they play with colors. That's what they do during Holi. I stay away because I don't. I'm allergic to the colors, and I don't do all of that. So
How
I'm
are
just.
you?
It's not
How are
my
you
festival
allergic to colors?
because and now they have organic colors. That's good, but the kind of um, colors they use, I was just I it's not good for my skin. I used to get when I played Holy for the first time when I was young. Oh my god, I got rashes. Yeah, that's Holy. I got rashes all over my body, so I stopped. And it's also kind of a crazy festival. So it's not my favorite, but a lot of people love it. A
So
lot of
people,
people love it.
so people basically travel for the to get stained in different
Yes,
colors.
it's very big in Varanasi, which is kind of in the middle. Varanasi is a different place. It's far from Mumbai, but Varanasi Holi is like very nice. Pushpak is also I think it's a good place. Rajasthan is its state, northern state in India.
How
It's
far
also
is this festival from Mumbai?
oh this happens in Mumbai as well. But you're talking about the Rajasthan
Yeah.
one.
Yes.
If you take a flight, I think it's 2 hours, 2 hours flight, short flight from Mumbai to Rajasthan, 2 hours and
Okay.
50
Yeah.
minutes.
Seems like a very cool experience. Just before you started talking about these colors, I started searching online for the holidays. So how many holidays you have per year? I'm curious to find out now.
Wow, a lot. We have a lot. I think, have 15, close to 15, at least 15 to
Fif-
20.
15. I was actually thinking you're gonna go with more.
No, no. I mean, big ones. Small ones, we have so many. But the big ones where we actually get like a holiday, like it's a calendar, like a bank holiday, I think we get like 15, 15. But that's a lot. I think that's more than,
You have a lot. I just found a website and it's like bank holidays in India in
yeah.
2020, and look at this. I'm just scrolling and scrolling, and this is
Yeah, but yeah,
um,
15, 20, it won't be more than that.
mm.
15 to 20.
Did I read correctly
But
that you have 3 national days?
yes, we have Independence Day. We have Republic Day. I think I don't know if you call the second October is a national holiday, but it's the birthday of Mahatma Gandhi. We celebrate as it as a national holiday. So we
Okay.
also have two different days. We have a Republic Day and we have the Independence Day. So
Wow.
yeah,
Yeah, very joyful nation. I can see that.
yeah,
Very open for celebrations. Okay.
true.
Anything else you like to add on this subject here while we're with holidays and festivals, or maybe we can move to food.
No, I think I'm just gonna be like, if you come during Ganesh Chaturthi, it's the best time to come. It's crazy, but you're gonna love it. It's so nice. People are so happy. I mean, this year it was a little sad because obviously
Yeah,
COVID-19 thing, and we
yeah.
missed it. But it's such a good celebration, and I always recommend people to come during Ganesh Chaturthi. It's beautiful. Also, the big one is Diwali, which is not Mumbai specific, but Diwali is India's biggest festival. It's kind of a rivalry. It should be Durga Puja because I'm Bengali. I would say Durga Puja should be like the biggest festival, but it's not. It's Diwali. It's the festival of lights, and it's beautiful. It really is. A
So,
lot of firecrackers, though. It's
how far is it from Mumbai, and when is it happening?
it happens everywhere in India.
But
So
when?
it's gonna happen this year in November. It usually happens in October, November,
Also, you changed the dates. Why?
because the calendar is different. You know
Oh,
how it follows some kind of
okay.
thing that is I don't know exactly what, but it changes. The date changes every year.
Hmm.
And it happens everywhere in India. It's not just a region specific. It's not a city specific. It's not a state specific thing. It's everywhere and it's beautiful, it's noisy and it's colorful, but it's so, so nice. It's also a good festival. It's also one of my favorites.
Okay. Oh my god. Yeah, it's I mean with so many holidays, it's normal to have so many festivals, I think. Because,
Yeah.
you know, you have a day off, you have a day off, they have day off, and at some point you probably get bored. Like, okay, we have a lot of day offs, and like, let's throw a festival. Yeah. We run out of ideas. Let's throw some paint. Yeah.
We love to celebrate.
Yeah. I admire that. I thought in Bulgaria we have a lot of holidays, but I think you beat us.
We beat everyone when it
Everyone.
comes to holidays. Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. Shall we talk some food then?
Yes.
Would you like to make me hungry?
Yes. But it depends. Do you like spicy food?
Um Here's the thing. I think I like spicy food, but your spicy level is a different level than the regular one, I think.
That is true. It's a struggle for me as well because I can't take spicy food, and I struggle whenever I go out with my friends because they like spicy food and I don't like spicy food, and I'm like, oh, how do I eat this? But yeah, India, we love spicy food. That is our thing. But it's sad. I got so many funny stories. So, but the special thing
Oh,
about Mumbai,
hold on. Let's keep it suspense. We're gonna
yeah,
talk
okay.
about the special after the commercials. I'm just kidding, there are no commercials. But what I want to say, I just googled the country in the world with most holidays. I'm gonna surprise you here because you're not on the top. You're at the top ones, but you're not at the very top. So you have 21 together with Kazakhstan. You have 21. You share the third place. Second place is Sri Lanka with 25.
Oh.
And the first one is Cambodia, 28.
That
28.
is cool. I didn't know that.
Ah, you see,
I learned something.
we're both
I used to
learning
think it
new
has to
things.
be India.
What's that? What did you say last?
I used to think it has to be India because we're just so many people and so many cultures together.
And then Cambodia strikes. Guess again, India.
Well, that's good. That's nice.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
I mean,
yeah, I mean,
mm,
I didn't know that. I learned something today. That's
yes,
awesome.
yes, yes. We learn together. Okay. So what's that special dish that you started saying then? You can share with us now.
For Mumbai, it's actually street food. It's vada pav. Vada pav is like two buns, and then you get like a patty, kind of like a potato filled, like a falafel. I don't know how to explain. Yes,
Okay. It
that's
does look
the
like
thing.
a falafel.
That that is. Oh, sorry, I didn't get that. What?
It does look like a falafel, to be fair.
Yeah, yeah, that's a potato filled falafel thingy in between like the bread.
Mm,
And that is our favorite street food. That is everything that Mumbaikers crave for, and we love some vada pav. We love vada pav, and we love misal pav. So we love pav basically. So the buns you see, we call them pav,
uh-huh.
and
So you
we
like
eat it
bread.
with any. Yes, we like bread.
Okay.
Yes,
Well,
we love.
with that much spice around, and I would
Oh,
assume it's good to have some bread to, put it down a bit.
yes. So the you see the red one and the green one. So the red one is supposed to be like kind of a garlic spice thing mix. It's a type of chutney, and the green one is the spicy one because it's got green chilies and mint sometimes, and it's just really, really, really spicy sometimes. It tastes. It's too good. Oh my god! I want to have one right now. Stop saying that.
I thought you're gonna make me hungry, but it turns out it's
Probably
the
not your
opposite.
kind of food, but that's our kind of food. It's not for everyone,
Yeah.
but those who live here, they know how much we love vada pav.
So
We
is that for Mumbai?
It's a Mumbai thing, yes.
So if I go to a different region, I probably
It-
won't find it. You say?
no, you won't find. I mean, we'll find it, but it's not as big as Mumbai, and it's not the same taste. So if you go like say in northern India, it's a different kind of street food. If you go eastern India, very different kind of street food. So
Mm,
all our food kind of changes with every region, every state, everything. So if you go south, you think we could they probably have the like spiciest food ever. They love their spices, and it's so good. Like their curries are like the best. And northern food is more. It's not that spicy, but they have a different kind of cuisine altogether. And in Gujarat, they like their sweets. And if you go to Bengal, where I'm from, the eastern India, we love fish. We love our fish. We love sweets. We have like different kinds of sweets. I'm like, yes, we love it. We love like shandesh, rasgulla, which is like different sweet options, dessert options. And in Mumbai, vada pav is one, and anything with pav is basically just our food. We love pav. And yeah, we also have different kinds of like world cuisine because we have all kinds of restaurants here. So you can, if you want Japanese food, we've got the restaurant. If you want Korean food, we've got the restaurant. If you want what any kind of cuisine you're craving, Italian, French, we have everything. So, but we
Okay.
have that different street food section that's just for Mumbai.
Okay. Tell me something else then. Tell me some other food.
Uh, we have Malwani food, which is kind of like it's spicy, but it's the region. Malwan is the region that was the Konkan region, which is kind of this, which is surrounded by the sea. It's like the Koli region and Konkan region. They're kind of like the sea region, and they have their different cuisines. So Malwani food is it's the kind of it's spicy, but they have like different curries and they have like their different delicacies. It's also it's very different. So their sweet option is Srikhand, which is a type of dessert, and
You like a lot of sweet, don't you? You were like, no, we don't.
I do like a curry thing as curry and rice and all of that, but I do like desserts more. Because I can't take spice so much. Spice is not for me.
Yeah.
I can't take it, so I eat a lot of sweets. Yeah. So
So I,
Srikhand is one popular one.
I'm not sure if you're gonna know what I'm talking about, but because I used to work in a company where they had people from Sri Lanka and some people from India as well, and they were bringing these balls that were soaked in some syrup.
Gulab jamun.
Yeah. Okay, you know what it is. I don't remember what the name
Were they
is.
like dark in color? Were they white or dark in color?
I think they
Different
were.
types.
I think they were dark.
So if it's dark, then it's gulab jamun. But if it's white, then it's rasgulla, which is rasgulla, commonly mispronounced.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
Yes, this. Yes, yes, you're right. It's the dark ones. This one, exactly. These ones. They
that's
were
gulab jamun. Some people
so
ruin it. With, like,
sweet.
sorry,
They're
I didn't get
so
that.
sweet. So
Yes,
sweet.
yes, it's very sweet. I
Oh.
love it. If you want like a mild option, not so much sweet, then you can go for kaju katli. Kaju katli is also my favorite.
So is that a normal thing here in here in India? This how you say it, gulab jamun. It's
Yes,
it's really really like
yes.
eaten.
But you can't have it. You can't have it every day. It's like a. I mean, you want to, but it's not good for you.
Mm.
So you have it like once in a while, like once in 2 weeks or once in 3 weeks.
So what's the what are they soaked in? What is this?
It's kind of a syrup. It's sugar, just sugar and water. That's it.
Sugar
And
and
they,
water. Okay.
yeah, it's a
Yeah.
lot of sugar. It's just a sugary syrup. And
And then what are they made of? Tell me, bread.
No, mawa. Mawa. I don't know what mawa is and how to explain it.
Okay.
Mawa is like it's kheer and mawa. I don't know how to say. I don't know how to explain this. It's something that some people make it with this milky thing. I don't know, and then they're actually fried first. They're fried, then they're dipped into that syrup. So I think they make it with mawa. There are different ways of making gulab jamun. I don't know how to make them, but all I know is how to eat them.
Okay, you.
Some people
I see
ruin
you.
it with like
I.
cardamom and they put so much of cardamom and all of that. I don't like that. I just like them plain and simple, like fried and then dipped into that syrup and then
Yeah.
just
I see. I see you try to look a bit innocent there. I just eat them. Yeah. Good try. Good try. Okay. So do you cook, by the way?
I'm a really bad cook.
No. So you
No,
just eat.
I just I like eating. I don't cook as much as I used to. I don't know. I think it's I kind of the laziness has taken over me. I live alone. And I just don't like to cook for myself. I just feel
Mm,
like it's a lot of work just for myself. So I don't. But I
okay.
love to eat. Yes.
Just a quick question now. Something came into my mind. Because we're talking about India, I just have to ask you. There was this TV series not so long ago. I think they're still circulating in Netflix. Indian Matchmaker.
Oh, you watched that? Have you?
Just one episode.
But how did you not get hooked? It's like if you watch one episode, you have to watch all the episodes. That's
No,
what
because
happened to me.
I get hooked very, you know, difficult in a way. So yeah, it wasn't hooking for me. That's why I avoid to watch TV series, because if I get hooked, no, I need to keep watching after that. But I watched one episode, and that's because people keep telling me like you should watch it, you should watch it. I didn't even watch the full episode. I think I just don't watch anymore. But I think I asked someone about this, and they said it's not like that. So I just want to
No.
hear your take. It's not like that
It's very exaggerated in that
for the show.
series, in that show. Yeah, for that show, they have kind of started the storyboarding and everything just to make it appear to be so it's too much, but it's not like that in reality. I mean, arranged marriages, they obviously exist in India. It's kind of it's common. Um, Now it's kind of becoming it's not that common, but it used to be very very common. It's a thing. It's still a thing. People still do it, and I think there is nothing wrong with it. But the way they have shown it, it's just so sexist and kind of racist and different. I don't know. It's just not the best representation of how arranged marriages happen in India. And I think it should have been like a mockumentary, but I don't know why they made it into like a full fledged show. That kind of bothers me because so many people like you have watched this show and they get this idea
Hmm.
about India, which is just
Yeah.
wrong. So yeah, there's not much truth in that, except arranged marriages happen, but it's not that exaggerated or that manner. So it's very
Okay, I thought so. I just wanted to double check that. And there was this one guy who was, I don't know, he was a sidekick or something. He was looking into the future, or was it?
astrology.
Yes.
We have astrologers in India. It's a popular thing.
Oh, is it?
We believe every the time you were born, the day you were born, the stars and every planet, they were like in a formation, and we kind of predict your future, uh, thinking about that formation. It's there's some logic to it, but we don't know what logic that is.
Okay.
But some
I
people believe
see.
in it.
Was that?
Some people believe in it. So even my parents believe in it. My mom believes in it. I mean, it's very difficult to make them, you know,
Not believe.
yeah, not believe. But then what can you do? It's kind of cute though.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you for clarifying these things. I just, want to, you know, go a bit from the higher road that we were on. Is there anything about food that you would like to add?
Um, about Mumbai food, I think that's pretty much it. I think we love
Okay.
our street food. You can find. Oh, we also like poha. Poha is like uh, puffed rice. It's puffed rice, and then we mix like a lot of we like peanuts and we add coriander and everything. Yes, yes,
Oh yeah,
it's my favorite.
coriander is a big thing in India, isn't it?
It is.
Mm,
We love our coriander.
not a
We love it.
not a big
We
friend with the coriander myself.
it makes everything better according to me. It's just I love it. That's my favorite. Kanda poha. Kanda is onion, and we add that. We fry that into the poha.
Kanda,
It's just
kanda is what?
onion.
Oh,
It's
onion.
onion is kanda is the regular word for onion, or else it's payaz. But in Mumbai we call it kanda. So poha is a very popular Mumbai street food, and we love it. It's kind of like a breakfast thing. Like most people here, they just have like poha and cutting chai. Cutting chai is something, I'm not a chai person, and I know a lot of people, if Indians are watching this, they're going to be very offended because pretty much every Indian I know is a chai person. Chai is basically tea,
Uh-huh.
but it's different than other. Like we put milk and sugar, and it's like it's good, but it's just too strong for me, the flavor and the smell, and I don't like it. And a lot of people are like, but I'm not a chai person. But cutting chai is like a favorite beverage, Mumbai's favorite beverage. We call it cutting chai because we have like these small tea stalls. They're like in the road, like side of the road, and people just go when they're taking a break. Like if they're working, they just take like chai break for like 5 minutes. They just go out and have like a cup of chai.
It's like the British afternoon tea in a way.
In a way, but it's very different from the British
Of course.
tea.
Of course. So first the British, because I see some pictures, they have some a tiny bit of biscuit or a scone on the side. So in a way it's similar because you take in the afternoon, yes, you take the time to have a biscuit with it, but in the same time, in the afternoon here in UK it's kind of a big thing. It's a culture, even go and spend the whole afternoon there. While you say you're gonna spend 5 minutes and just go, have
Yeah,
a short break.
but that's not like once a day. That chai
Ah.
break happens like 4 or 5 times a day. It's not like just the afternoon. Sometimes you're feeling like stressed and you don't know what to do. You're too stressed at work. What do I do? Go for chai. Go do a chai break, a small chai break. It actually, for some, I know a lot of people here, like my friends, it just changes their perspective. Like they take a chai break and they come back and they're a different person.
Wow.
They're so much more calm and like composed, and like, I feel better now.
Wow.
But it only happens to, there are a lot of chai lovers in Mumbai. I think in India the chai is like a big thing. It's just not for me. But I'm not even a coffee person. I drink green tea, which is weird. But chai is a big thing. Yeah. I was gonna say something. I remembered something, but I forgot. I'm sorry. There was a big thing about Mumbai that I just remembered, but I can't remember on top of
Was it
my.
was it about food?
No, it was
No.
something else. I can't
About
remember.
chai, cats, cows, about the driving, about the astrology.
No, I absolutely can't remember. There
Okay.
was something
Maybe
else.
we'll come back. Okay, so what about any other drinks can you mention to us?
For beverage in Mumbai,
In general, like what people like to drink.
in India, uh, people here enjoy. Well, chai is definitely a big one.
Hmm.
Yeah, and other drinks and stuff. No, I think chai is the most popular one. Yeah, and in Mumbai, there's another thing that we get soul curry, which is a type of drink. I'm not sure what it's made of because I've had it only once
Did you say
in my
curry?
life. Soul curry. It's a type of drink that you're supposed to have with your lunch. They give it with your lunch. Yes,
Is it
that
alcohol?
no. It's I think made of
Strawberry?
no, they put something to make that color. It's not strawberry. I don't know what they make it. I don't remember. I've only had it once. It's a Marathi thing. It's a Mumbai thing. You can't find it anywhere. I mean, you can find it, but it's more popular here. So they use that. I'm not sure what they use. Kokum curry, kokum. I think it's the type of berry or something. I might be wrong. I'm not. I don't know much about it. I've had it once. Not a big fan.
Okay.
It's not sweet. It has a very different taste. I don't. I can't explain. It's very different, but people love it here. That's one drink. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, perfect. Anything else uh
Mm.
you would like to share?
About food? No, I think I covered
I
everything.
mean, yeah, in general, I think we covered a lot. So anything else that you think we missed and people should know?
I mean, Mumbai is so big and it's just so much. It's obviously easy to miss something, but I think I covered everything. The big ones, the big topics. I think the things that make Mumbai Mumbai. If there's anything I left out, I'm so sorry if someone's watching from
So,
Mumbai.
okay, one thing I would like to ask again, not again, but before we finish, you said that driving is crazy, especially in the north part of India. So when we go to India and to Mumbai, to north part of Mumbai, sorry, when we go to Mumbai, how we should travel around?
Oh, we have auto rickshaw like tuk-tuks. Those are
Okay,
the easiest ones to just you can just hop on. But if you are from a different country
they're gonna
and from
charge
your
me big.
experience, you might get, overcharged. So the easiest option is to just Uber and Ola. We have two services.
Ola is
Uber
like
is
the
obviously
Indian Uber or the
yeah,
Asian Uber.
Ola is the Indian version of Uber. We have Uber as well. Uber and Ola are equally popular. So
So
those,
with the tuk-tuks, can you bargain with them?
yes, but very difficult. I mean, if you don't have a local with you, it's kind of like a hit or miss. It depends. Some
Okay.
people are really good. Some would just be like honest and take you where you want to be and just like not overcharge you. But you're more likely to get overcharged if you don't have a local with you.
Yeah, it's difficult as well because you're not entirely sure of the distance. You don't know what's the usual price, how much they're gonna give you. Like, I
It's
understand.
not metered though. I mean, they have a meter, but they won't follow it. If you're from a different country and you don't look Indian, they're not going to follow it.
Sounds like Bulgaria when it comes to the taxi drivers when you go there. um, okay, what about so if I go on Uber and we saw these pictures with the traffic and it's crazy. What if I go in a traffic jam? What's
Yeah,
what's the best case? Like, should I avoid some hours of the day, or shall I avoid some roads, or what do you say?
I'm gonna give you this incident that happened with me. I was stuck in my cab for 1 hour 45 minutes, and if I just left that cabin, if I had just walked, I would have reached my destination in just 15 minutes.
Ah, ha, ha. So why you
So
didn't leave?
because I was just the space, like it's so packed, I couldn't even open the
Mm.
door and just leave. It was in the middle of the highway and it was packed. So I
Wow.
had to sit there and wait for it to clear. That's what happens in Mumbai. And it's specific hours to avoid the peak hours, like the office timings. So like in mornings in 9 to not even 9, I'd say 8 to 11. Do not go out. Do not go out. It's really bad. The roads are packed. I mean, now the situation obviously has changed, but I mean, I'm talking
Hmm.
pre-COVID now.
Yeah.
And in the evening, say 5:30 to about 8:39, it's so bad. It's so bad. It's kind of it frustrates me because I've been stuck in traffic so much. It's because I don't drive, and I always take Uber or Ola, and I always get stuck, and it's terrible. So yeah, that's an issue.
So what about a bike then? Can I, if I have a bike, can I go around?
Yeah, if you have, but that's actually a better option. If you have a bike, then it's easier for you to just like kind of maneuver and just like yeah, do your own things. But you
Hmm.
will always you'll get if you travel during the peak hours, you will get stuck in traffic. But it's
Even with
obviously
a bike.
even with a bike, yeah, but less than like
Hmm.
being stuck in a cab because you can't get out. So bike gives you more freedom, obviously, but yeah, the traffic is bad anyway. But if you have to avoid the peak hours, I would say don't travel during the peak
I
hours.
see.
Go before.
I see. Okay. I have everything from my end. I think you fulfilled my curiosity. I feel satisfied. If there's something else you would like to add, now is a good time.
Yeah, no, I think I covered everything. I just want to say that it's a beautiful city. It's a little too crowded and there are people everywhere and they might be like but you know, it's so nice when you at first you're kind of overwhelmed by the city. That was my case as well because I come from a very small town. For me, Mumbai was overwhelming as well. I mean, I travel, but still whenever I come back to Mumbai, it's just like so overwhelming. But when you spend some time here, you talk with the locals and you enjoy the culture, and you just it kind of grows on you. The city kind of grows on you and you just kind of fall in love with the city. It's just beautiful. So yeah, that's all.
Okay, well then what only is left is I just want to thank you so much for joining us. And by the way, you said that you have very curious stories from your travels. I'm thinking maybe we can get you for another episode. Am I right? You said that, right?
Yes, yes, I do have fun stories. Oh, they're crazy fun stories. Yes.
Like mention just two, just two.
Oh, yeah, like I got lost. I started traveling when like 2 years ago and like solo traveling and I got lost in Japan like in the middle of the night. It was so cold in January. It was really crazy. And I also got lost in Rome. I always get lost. I feel like every country I've ever been to, I just get lost a lot because
So
of.
probably it's in your checklist. Okay, Japan, get lost, check. Okay.
Yes, yes,
And then
true
what
that.
was else? Something else you said as well.
I got I got robbed in Istanbul.
Robbed. Like
Yeah.
completely
So
everything. Everything.
sorry, I didn't get that.
Like completely everything. They took all your
No,
money.
no, no. Thank God. That is a cool story. I don't know why I was so smart because I'm usually not that smart. I decided to keep my cash. I carried like two different wallets. One had my cash and the other one had my cards and also had my passport because I was such a genius to keep my passport in my wallet. And thank God I didn't carry that wallet with me. I just carried the cash one and the cash one that got stolen um, in Istanbul.
Wow.
It was
Okay.
stupid.
Maybe we can dive in some of your stories in another episode. But thanks so much for joining us and for educating us about India and Mumbai specifically. It was a great pleasure. And I wish you a fantastic evening.
Thank you so much for having me. I had such a fun chat. Thank you.